Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down, they hold up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Rainbow Warriors pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Quick throw, the catch is made.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the Rainbow Warriors pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Rainbow Warriors begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He flips it to the back across the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Hawaii. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
And they tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Trying to find room. It's Davis. He's found some room at the 45. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Finds room at the 30. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
New set of downs for the offense, first and 10. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Trying to extend the play. Pass caught, can he get in? Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's first and goal.
Grab behind the line, it's James. And he's down at the 3-yard line.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Second down and goal upcoming. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, it gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
And the point after is good. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's got a man down the middle. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
A new set of downs after that completion. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Almost makes a terrible freshman mistake. Lucky that it's incomplete.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking, interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going to try to use his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on third and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback in his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
And the Rainbow Warriors pick up enough for a first down. He's running out of time here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. On the run here. Lets it go. And this pass is caught. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the read here by this quarterback to find his open man and keep this drive moving. Great conversion. And when you're in the red zone, you got to think about getting a touchdown. You want to come away with 6 points, and now they've got a shot to get it.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep, and he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. San Diego State offense back out there. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive, and the defense come up with answers this time. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up. Looks right for a quick completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Keeping it on the ground here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Aztecs churn out another 1st down. On 1st down, it's play action. Looking for the wide out. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. Gonna run it. It's Davis. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the 1st half? This back is having a big day.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here, getting close to the goal line. Not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Defense looking for a stop on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes him pay for it.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, Everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Play action here on first down. He's hit as he throws it. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Now it's third and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
This is a nice job here by this defense on third down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this fourth down.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt is no good. He missed it. So in the second quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head, a poor kicker.
The Aztecs offense back on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
With the catch, it's Brown. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback to start the 25. San Diego State offense on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Makes the grab. It's Davis. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Pass complete. It's second down now. To throw, it's O'Neal. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. First down. Looking to throw the football. And the pass falls incomplete on the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's O'Neal. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Davis. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Right after, up and good.
14.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Aztecs offense back on the field now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick-6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And the pass is incomplete.
Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up.
Let's go.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's found some room at the 45. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first to keep his drive moving.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Second down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. It's a quick grab. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial fourth down try. Looking to throw yet again. Fires it. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. What a stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. Ball handed off. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running back grabs it on a screen. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Rainbow Warriors will line up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And it falls incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, but the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. I think he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
The 2nd down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
The Rainbow Warriors will line up here on 1st down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. This offense cannot be stopped. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. San Diego State offense on the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory down at the 49.
You know, a lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? throw out left, complete. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen, but where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Caught quickly. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And moves the ball to the 35. Another first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Hawaii 35, San Diego State 14.
And the Aztecs pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Tries to get it to the running back. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Second down.
Looking to throw it again. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception. And what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Point after, not great through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. And they recover from that right now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
What a move, breaking ankles and still going. What a move, makes one man miss, picks up the first down before they stop him.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
The Aztecs starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Picks up 1. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing.
2-9 Philly.
They'll hand it off. Went it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Ready up.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Set. Hut.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Running back carry. Picks up 6. Second down coming up.
Got it.
And the Aztecs look at a cash in the red zone.
Cobra. Ready go.
Takes the handoff. It's Davis. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. Third down coming up.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Will he score here? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Ready, ready.
The Aztecs trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal.
Spider.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Okay, ready.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense.
Ready.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Touchdown, San Diego State. Still no answer for this offense. That's another touchdown, a dream performance for this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. We've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they are struggling.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Rainbow's offense back on the field now. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that previous play. And there's the handoff. And the play is good enough for a 1st down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.